Hey guys, Trigger Happy John coming at you with another Awaken Chaos Era video. Today's video is going to be the first Awaken Chaos Era video on the new channel, as well as we're going to talk about, I know you guys may have saw on my main channel the video where I covered all the updates, the different changes and whatnot. I do want to go ahead, and it's Sunday. We have all of No Man's Land open, so I think today I'm going to take some time and we're going to try to figure out some of this No Man's Land. I think I'm going to do something a little differently with this though. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to kind of pick a couple, because I know I have a few skill abilities that I need to get done, and I'm going to record bits and pieces of it as I try to figure out like what team's going to work best for me, what I'm noticing for my speed runs. I'm sure you guys noticed I did do videos on the on both the Fire and the Bane Wrath for speed tuning, for speed running on level 9. Now that we have 10 and 11, I feel like that's going to change. Those comps will probably not work anymore. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to play with it. I'm going to see just how hard this new content is. I'm excited to see exactly how hard it is and what I can get figured out. So definitely stay tuned, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. All right, so like I said, I do need to get another few abilities done, and I think the abilities we're going to focus on today is I want to get Baklar done. I feel like he has a very strong kit. However, I've got his glyphs done, I've got a lot of things done, but I always keep forgetting to get his abilities done. Notice that he is missing 4 abilities. I think that's going to be a perfect time for us to go ahead and head over to this dungeon and maybe go ahead and push up on this dungeon. Now, I did already try one run and it failed. That was with this team here currently. It failed pretty miserably, not gonna lie. So I'm curious to see what I can figure out if we can push something further. I wonder if I take Blackhorn out, if I put in a brand so we get making Afiliate do more damage. Maybe if we take, I like William in here because I like William in here for the fact that he will do the attack up. However, what if we take this out, we put in a healing spell for sustain. And right now what I'm trying to do as we're going through this is I'm trying to just theory craft and just get the basics done, right? Like, let's just get some basics on these characters done, and maybe get the basics of the dragon, and so I can understand like how hard is he really going to hit me? Is he going to hit me super hard? Is it going to be like kind of minimal? Are the minions going to be a problem, right? Like I don't know. I'd see, you know, we'll see what goes. All right, so we made it to the second wave here. Let's see what we get. Increased damage taken, I think, is going to be very helpful here. Okay, and all right, so we're gonna defensive down, which is gonna be super helpful. Okay, CR comes in and procs. So he attacks not too hard, it's not too terrible. Okay, increased damage taken, and I think this may, oh no, it might not do it. Okay, so, oh wow, we took a lot of damage on that counterattack, and he got the heal with that counterattack. So I mean, that's one thing we kind of knew, is he could not do a whole lot of damage to you, because what happens is when he does that, it allows him to heal up. It looks like a taunt landed, so we can taunt this guy. That's good to know. Okay, so we go ahead and we got him beat. Now that was 10. That I feel like that wasn't too terrible. Let's go ahead and let's pause for a second, and let's go move over to stage 11 and see how hard that one's going to be. All right, so we are back again. Let's go ahead and let's see what we can get going for stage 11. Stage 10 was, I mean, it was a little easier than what I thought it would be, to be honest with you. I feel like it was a little slow though. We're definitely gonna have to figure out a better speed tune and make this faster. I don't know that we even needed that healing spell, so that may be able to go Gonzo. We may be able to pop in a rage or even that explosion spell. Let's kind of see. Let's pay more attention to it here. So we get defensive down. He puts up his buffs here, which I think is gonna help everyone, because we have William here, who obviously William is boosting everybody's attack. Okay, one shot in the waves, that's so good. I think all of these extra buffs are really helping out here with getting this guy taken down. I feel like Ciara has more damage taken. That's pretty impactful. Okay, so not nearly the damage from Nathalia as we'd had beforehand. Okay, and there he attacks back. Oof, yeah, massive attack. Notice the 99% here. So, okay, no taunt there landed either. I'm just curious to see how much he heals up after this round. Probably all the way back up to 100. Yep, all the way back up to 100. There we got a taunt. Okay, this will kind of tell me if, depending on what his attack is on the next round, how much damage or how influential, so to speak, that doing that taunt is really going to be. Okay, so wow, he really hit him, but his HP didn't go up nearly as what it did before. But man, he really did a lot of damage to that brand. So it's definitely, I think it's definitely impactful to have that healing spell. This is not going quite as quickly as I thought it would, to be honest. Okay, now he just wiped out brand completely. And we're gonna wipe. Okay, interesting. So yeah, he's back up to 100%. So we definitely have to do a lot more DPS a lot quicker. All right, let's see what we can come up with here. If we're gonna do, so the things that I think about and how I'm gonna analyze this and kind of look into this while doing this type of strategies is I'm gonna look at this and go, okay, so I didn't do enough DPS fast enough, hard enough, or I didn't have enough sustain, one or the other. In this case, I'm gonna say it's gonna be more so the DPS. I could try this with the Hackran and go slow, super slow comp and maybe take less damage, so that way he can't heal up as much. That would be helpful. However, my thought process on that is if I'm doing stuff like that, what's gonna end up happening to me is it's gonna be a super long drawn out fight. And even if I put in a Hackran and like a healer, we may eventually win, but this guy heals back up. So this is definitely a certified problem. So this tells me I need someone like a Zitlin, another damage dealer like a Molhex, a Hydrisia. Definitely one of these type of characters. So we got a Hydrisia, we have a Molhex who's already built. We have a Hector. Hector could be pretty good. Oh, and we even have an Opal. I'm very curious, what would happen if I were to bring in our girl Opal here and let her counterattack on the second wave? If that would do anything substantial for us. Let's try that. Let's just start right off the rip with just some basic champion changes. I like what Nathalia's bringing to the table and damage wise, and honestly we could probably do this without Nathalia. This may be a better option later on, is just taking Nathalia out and replacing her with I don't know, another damage dealer, or even like maybe a Hector to get more bonus attacks proccing. That could definitely be helpful, because like I said, we got to do the DPS here. Notice that Nathalia did about 23% of the damage here. I think Bran is definitely going to be key. Okay, Opal got him down to 60. Okay, almost to the 50% mark. There we go. So now we'll proc the special ability. Okay, and what's this going to do for us? Okay, so far not so bad. I think this is going to win, no problem. However, I feel like this there's got to be a way to make this faster. Let's just take a look after this run and see if maybe if we swap out Nathalia for like a Molhex or a Hydrisia, if that's going to do a little bit more damage for us. That did succeed. That wasn't terrible. Honestly, that went a little easier than I thought it would. Let's go ahead and let's swap them out and see what we can get. Okay, so I went ahead and I reran that stage just to see what the time breakdown is, so that way I know what to work for. So it looks like I was at a minute 15 with that current team. So let's see if we can do, let's see if we can't speed that up, right? We definitely want to make sure we can speed this up. So let's take this out here. I like Opal. I think she has a good duty in here. Ciara definitely plays a big role. Let's take Nathalia out. Now, by taking Nathalia out, there's a couple things I'm doing. One, if Tia can freeze the boss, that would do more. The boss would take more damage, and she can hit harder. She did get a buff as well, so she's gonna hit harder all around. So I do like Tia, the option for Tia. Hydrisia hits super hard as well, especially when she has that ability to potentially proc extra damage. I do know that by putting in Hydrisia here, this is 100% damage, and then obviously we'll get this one here, which is going to be 50% with the dealing with, you know, a chance to do more damage. Is it going to be better than Nathalia? I don't honestly know. I think it really is circumstantial, because Nathalia is going to do the 200% damage on the ulti, and then she's going to be down to what is it? I think it's 100% on the A1 ability. Let's go check it and see what it says, because I think she's going to lose out on some damage here, and that's going to be 80% here and then max here. So it's only 120% when she's max buffed, which she will not be at that point. So it's going to be 200 damage, plus I think she'll have 2 buffs on her, so that'll put her at 100. So total she would only do 300% damage within 2 rounds. So that's kind of the thought process of this, right? Like the total thought process is you got to think of both situations, like what ability they're going to use next. She only has the 2, so Nathalia is super easy to keep that in mind. Now, with that being said, Molhex may be the better option here, because he's going to do his 200% damage with the defensive up and attack, or defensive down and attack up. He's also going to do this one here, which is going to launch a bonus attack. So he's going to do 400% damage. So he's actually going to out damage Nathalia within 2 rounds. Now, granted, yes, his stats are not quite as good as Nathalia's, but he's good. He's decent. We'll bring him in here and let's see what he can do. And that's the kind of thought process behind this is so he can actually do more overall damage and not so much just the burst damage. So let's bring in Molhex with Opal, which that should pair pretty decently, I feel like, especially because if once he does his second round here and he does his bonus attack, Opal should proc 2 attacks with that. Hopefully that allows CR to get her ability off as well. Let's go see what this does for us, because I think that's going to do more damage. And we'll look at Hydresia next. The problem is I don't like characters that are super RNG for instances like this. Like, we're trying to see if we can't speed tune something. So if you want to really truly speed tune a composition or a team, you don't want this to be a matter of, okay, well, this is circumstantial and sometimes you get this, sometimes you get that. That doesn't really work out greatly, you know? So let's just see. Okay, we got defensive down. There's that attack there. Now he's going to do the bonus. We did get a taunt. Did we get the, okay, we got the, oh, wow. Okay, that was, I feel like that was much better. Honestly, I do. I feel like this is going to be a little faster of a composition. Okay. Now let's see, we got 49 seconds. So that was significant faster and it should be more reliable. Okay, I like that. Now, so let's see, what do we know with that? We know that we are getting a shield with Brand. So we're getting a shield with Brand as well as attack up and defensive up, which is helpful from Brand for that first wave attack. Okay, what? I'm curious. What if we were to take Brand out? Because right now we don't need any of these. If we were to put, no, we don't want to put Zitlin in because he's going to be a 2-turn. That's not going to help us. We want to keep a tanky unit in here too, because we don't want these guys to get single targeted, because if they do, they're definitely going to lose. So I think we definitely have to have a fire unit in or another off element in, because he's going to target them over the strong element against him, right? So I could put in a fire unit, I could put in a wind, I could put in a light or a dark, and they're going to be the target for him, I believe. So let me think here. Who do I have that would be super impactful for this? Hector, maybe a Hector. He could be really helpful in this one, I think. I do like Hector for this. The problem is we could use a lot of things here. That's the problem. I feel like if we put William in here, that allows anyone to take a damage, and I don't like that at all. So we definitely can't use another water unit. It has to be an off element. Bringing in Mary could also be helpful, right? Let's see here. Mary is going to be able to put up that invincible for a turn. Grants bonus team at the end of the round, as well as damage up and immune up. That could be helpful, right? And a cleanse, which don't need the cleanse. So Mary could be an option, and so could Celestial Cane for that matter. So let's go grab Celestial Cane. Let's see, do I have him built out? We may have to build him out a little bit. Okay, he's kind of built out. Let's see, what is his stats? He's super slow, but that could be okay. That could be okay. Let's just try, because what he'll do is he's going to do the invincible, as well as he's going to have that taunt. And it is 100% chance for the taunt, as long as he does a focus check. So I feel like this could be good. Let's try Celestial Cane in this composition. He should still get targeted, and let's see if that makes it any faster. Right now the time to beat is 49 seconds, and I'm just looking to make this more repeatable, as well as I'm trying to use characters that maybe you guys have a better chance of getting to make this composition work better for you in general here. So let's see. Oh no. So Molhex takes too much damage. Yeah, so everyone takes way too much damage if we bring in Celestial Cane. Okay, so we're gonna have either one, HP has to be increased, which I feel like is gonna lower way too much attack. So that's gonna be a no-go. I think, you know, I hate to say it, but that's not gonna work. Now, with that being said, the reason why this worked is because we had a shield at the start of the round. Now there's options here. We could bring in shield sets, we could bring in a lot of different things, but I don't think that's going to be the way. I think that's going to not necessarily work out for us. So we could always bring in like a Lunar Melissa. She could definitely do the taunts for us. Here's the thing though, with that being said, she may be too fast. She can't be, she's 223. She can't be faster than Ciara or else she's gonna waste those taunts. And I think Ciara is, I know she's fast, but I don't think she's that fast. I think she's still pretty slow in comparison. Yeah, 175. Not a whole lot I can do. I really should be able to get her a damage up more, and that would definitely help us knock some things down quicker. But I'm trying to think of ways where you as the viewer can really succeed here. And honestly, this is looking like this is gonna be about it that we're gonna get here, because everyone else is not going to place anything that's going to be team-wide to make the difference here. At least not right now. Now, this could be one of those where having like a super fast Tashir could help as well. But we're doing No Man's Land, so this is content where you guys aren't going to want to build specific teams to do this. So I'm trying not to tweak these guys any, because I want you guys to be able to use your characters that you use in your dungeons and your other content to make this work. So this may work out okay. Let's just take a look here. So we're putting Brand back in there. He currently has the 300% rate for being summoned. I think that's probably because they know he's GG for almost all content. He did land the taunt there, and it looks like if he lands that taunt, there is no question about the survivability of the team here. To be perfectly honest, it looks like it'll always be super repeatable as long as the taunt gets placed. And there goes Ciara popping off again and again. That was Opal there. Opal, man, I tell you what, guys, Opal is just a beast. Uh-oh, he killed one of our characters. Okay, so he is, okay, so that actually failed. I thought we had it pretty much sorted by having Brand in there. And like you just saw, that totally did not work. And we got to figure out another way. Okay, let's go back to the drawing board. That success rate was not high enough. We did 2 runs and it worked for that, what was it, 49 seconds? That's not high enough to call this a huge success. So let's go see what we can figure out. So Molhex, even though he did the damage, was great. Brand puts up a good shield, but just not enough to get it done. Let's see if we can't get a multi-hitter in here. What if we bring in Gorel? See if we bring in Gorel and we allow him to do what Gorel does best, and that's just do a lot of massive damage. He does pair very, very well with Opal as well, so that's definitely helpful. I think we don't need him to do any debuffing, so we don't need to worry about focus here. So let's go ahead and get him a attack amulet with some crit rate. Nope, no crit rate, so it just needs to be attack percent with crit damage. Let's go for 1 here. I'm not going to take a whole lot of time to find the best GG one, so to speak, but I'm going to find one that's at least you know, a decent amount here for us. That's 22% right there. That's pretty high in my opinion. We'll go ahead, we'll just take that one for now. It's just laying around anyways. He does have curse set on, which I don't like because it's variable, right? Like, we're trying to figure out non-variables. Let's just hope he doesn't actually get a curse proc. Let's see if this does anything for us. I think Brand still has to be in this composition though. I don't see how we're gonna do this without Brand, because if he does the AoE attack on that last wave, it's just not gonna work. We could do Mary. Mary would help especially, but I think that attack up is also super impactful. I think this is definitely helping us with knocking out some of this damage. Okay, 79% there. Okay, and then with the attack, joint attack there. We landed the taunt. We did not quite hit the 50. Okay, there we go. Now we hit that threshold, so now she's gonna pop off. She only did 8% on that proc. That's not the greatest. The only thing I'm seeing here though is my Gorel has a lot more HP because he does have a higher base HP, so maybe that's gonna help us, but I don't know if that's the way. Nope. And there we go again. So he got that bonus turn, and then it's just, it looks like it's gonna be GG. Yeah, it's GG. We lose there. All right, so this is a lot harder than I thought. This is definitely a lot harder than I thought. I like it. I do like it. I think the thought process behind it was good. I appreciate it. I think that's the kind of content we need for this game to really keep us interested in it. Let's see. Let me think. What do we need? What do we know? We need DPS. We need a DPS. What if we do bring in a Zitlin? How's he geared? Is he tanky? Yeah, he's tanky. He's got good focus. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's bring in a Zitlin. And let's just see if we survive. If we can survive those 2 rounds, maybe this will be the way. I just hate the fact that I'm bringing in a Zitlin for this. It feels like a little unnecessary, unfortunately. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and go straight to the boss. Now Zitlin will go second. Okay, cool. I don't like that goes he doesn't get to place curse before she goes, but that's okay. All right, we have to survive that there. Now everyone gets to go. She's gonna do her joint attacks. Cool. Cursed is up and procced, which is helpful. If we get him down to that 50% mark, that'll be really beautiful. Okay, so we did more damage there. That may be, is that enough? Is that going to be enough? It looks like it might be. It's going to be down to Ciara if she can really clutch it out, which she did. Okay, so we got that. What's that put us at? What's that put us at time-wise? 1 minute. Oof, that's kind of, I don't like the 1 minute mark. That seems a little long because we did get that 49 seconds. However, it wasn't repeatable. So let's try it one more time. Let's just see if it repeats again and what kind of stage it was. That was also without a taunt. So that's a better situational, in my opinion, because that was without the taunt. Okay, good. Now let's go. 94, curse proc. We got the taunt on this one, so this should maybe help us more. I don't know. Okay. Oh, that was actually worse for us. That was worse because he didn't do all that damage for us before we knocked him down HP wise. So that was actually worse for us. So taunting the first round may not be the way to go. Interesting. Man, this is cool. I'm having, like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm having fun with this. It's new content that I really have to think about. It's not just like, oh yeah, super easy, we're done with this. It's like, oh man, we gotta practice here. Like, we can't just like go with it. This is cool. This is the kind of content I want to see. Definitely leads me into some good hopes later on. Now, this was way slow. This was at 1:22, so it was another 22 seconds faster. RNG got us. RNG got us. I'm enjoying it. I like it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut it for the video today because we're getting super long. But I wanted to give you guys like the behind the scenes, how I figure out like how to figure like what kind of attacks to use, what kind of compositions to use for certain champions when approaching new content like this. So I hope this video kind of helped you because it was kind of like a play with me on let's discover what's gonna really work for No Man's Land Flame Lizard. And yeah, leave comments down below. I hope you guys stick around. Make sure you subscribe and like, please, because I need to get this channel monetized as well. So that way I get a better return on investment for all this time I'm putting into this content. So I appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.